विश्वविद्यालय पंजाब केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय संस्कृतियों का मिलन बिंदु विज्ञान दृष्टि धारण करके विद्या की इस फुलवारी से महके देश का प्रांगण सारा ज्ञान विज्ञान का मधुर संगम जीवन मूल्यों का सहारा। ये नवाचार का पाठ पढ़ाता देश विदेश की समझ बढ़ाता भावी पीढ़ी का ये निर्माता विश्व बंधुत्व का भाव सिखाता तेरी शान रहे तेरा मान रहे पंजाब केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय पंजाब केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय पंजाब केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय जय जवान जय किसान जय विज्ञान जय अनुसंधान।
I request the Chief Guest, Special Guest, Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor for watering of plants. It is a great pleasure to welcome all of you to the 8th convocation of the Central University of Punjab. Now, I invite Honorable Vice Chancellor to request worthy Chancellor to declare the convocation open.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, I request you to declare 8th convocation of Central University of Punjab open.
I declare the 8th convocation open.
I request the Honorable Vice Chancellor to welcome the dignitaries on the dais and present a brief report of the University.
Chief guest of 8th convocation of Central University of Punjab, Padma Bhushan Professor P. Balaram, FNA, FNASC, FTWAS, former Director, Indian Institute of Science, Emeritus Professor of Molecular Biophysics Unit, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, Professor Jagveer Singh Ji, President of 8th Convocation Ceremony, and Honorable Chancellor of the University, and a distinguished nationalistic scholar. Special guest, Professor Tankeshwar Kumar Ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Central University of Haryana, Professor Ramkrishna Basurika, Dean in Charge Academics, Professor Binod Kumar Garg, Dean Students Welfare, Professor Anjam Munshi, Director Research and Development Cell, Professor V.P. Garg, Registrar in Charge and Controller of Examinations of this University, esteemed members of the University Court, Executive Council, Academic Council, Finance Committee, Building Committee, invitees, Deans of Schools of Studies, Head of the Departments, learning faculty members, officers and employees of the University, and most importantly, my dear graduates, media persons, ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar and Sat Sri Akal to all of you. I, on my personal behalf and on behalf of Central University of Punjab, extend a very warm welcome to you all to the 8th convocation ceremony of Central University of Punjab. It is a moment of pride for me to present before you a brief report on the progress made by this university since the 7th convocation held on 2nd March 2022. The university envisions to transform young minds to serve the humanity through skills and innovation-driven teaching and research, values and community outreach. The mission of the university is to offer a wide range of instructional and research facilities for inter, multi and transdisciplinary approaches to impart holistic learning, to promote skills and innovation in teaching, learning and evaluation, research and consultancy, and to create an ignited workforce responsive to local, regional, national and global needs, in tune with the requirement of the academics, industry, business and administration, and to address the issue and concerns of the community. After a modest start with 10 students in 2009, currently university has around 2,500 students, including research scholars and international students from 31 departments spread in 11 schools of studies in areas ranging from science, technology, humanities, languages, law, social science and education. Currently, we are offering 24 post-graduation programs and 38 doctoral programs. Many of these programs, being interdisciplinary, make students of this university uniquely qualified. We largely admit students in PhD programs who have cleared UGC NET, JRF, CSIR NET, CTET, etc. examinations and have fellowships. In the year 21-22, a total of 125 students from this university cleared such competitive examinations. 90 students from 12 departments, 98 students from 12 departments qualified GATE this year, maximum being from Department of Zoology, that is 24. And while Learn scheme is functional to make underprivileged students self-reliant on the one hand and to inculcate skills in them on the other. We provide travel grants to students. This year, 8 students have availed this facility to attend conferences of high repute. We have implemented National Education Policy 2020 in respect of learning outcome-based multidisciplinary curriculum, massive open online courses, and academic bank of credits. We have developed a state-of-the-art studio cum media lab where MOOCs that are awarded to our faculty are being documented. The university trains students for making them future ready for academics, industry, administration and other walks of life. The focus of training is on personality development, skill development, entrepreneurship and innovation through experiential learning, short-term value-added courses and field and laboratory-based dissertations. Sports and social connect is central to the training to make them excel in various aspects of social life as well. Cultural diversity in the university is evident from the fact that we have students from 27 states and 7 union territories. We also have 43 international students from 16 countries like Indonesia, Afghanistan, Kenya, Lesotho, Tanzania, Iran, Ethiopia, Yemen, Syria, Ghana, Uganda, Bangladesh, Burundi, Egypt, South Africa and Swaziland. Today, 854 students will receive PG degree and 38 students doctoral degree in the august presence of the renowned scientist Padma Bhushan Professor P. Balramji. 39 meritorious students who secured first position will be bestowed with gold medals by the Honorable Chancellor of this university. 2 students will be bestowed with Sita Ram Jindal Foundation gold medals and 1 student with R.P. Bamba award. Faculty members attracted extramural research grants to the tune of nearly 10 crores sanctioned by various funding agencies including DST FIST, support to chemistry and botany departments. Now the university has 9 DST FIST supported departments in all. Research articles published by the faculty members till date in Scopus journals is 2,165 and our Scopus H index is 73. The quality of publication is exemplified from the fact that these publications have been cited more than 34,000 times, and as per Web of Science, our H index is 68 and total paper in the Web of Science platform is nearly 1800. The papers published after 7th convocation are 653 in number with a total impact factor of 2200. These include one article in Nature with impact factor 69, one in molecular cancer, that is impact factor 41, and one in seminar cancer biology with impact factor 17. We had 12 articles published in journals having impact factor more than 10, 135 articles in impact factor between 5 to 10, 269 in impact factor between 2 to 5, and 33 in impact factor between 1 to 2. My compliments to all the teachers and research scholars for such a robust publication profile and a research grant. Dr. Sandeep Singh, Associate Professor on UL, has been conferred with Distinguished Alumnus Award by Punjab University, Chandigarh. Dr. Uma Shankar, Assistant Professor in Pharmacology, has been awarded with Paired Early Career Fellowship in Applied Research. Fellow is sponsored by Indo-German Science and Technology Center. DST has sanctioned rupees 4.63 crores under its Nidhi ITBI scheme. The university backed consultancy projects amounting to rupees 55 lakhs after the last convocation. Dr. Ambedkar Center of Excellence, sponsored by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, has been made functional. Nearly 100 students from Punjab are receiving coaching for various competitive examinations. Dr. Ambedkar Chair, sponsored by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Government of India, has been constituted with the objective of conducting research on bridging socio-political and economic inequalities. University signed several MOUs with for academic collaboration. Important are SGPGI Lucknow, Forest Research Institute Dehradun, Trans Biomedicals Limited Mumbai, CSIR IHBT Palampur, IIT Delhi, Integral Biosciences Noida, Pharmacoevidence Private Limited Mohali, CSIR NBRI Lucknow, and C6 Energy Private Limited Bangalore. We subscribe to e-resources worth rupees 1.5 crores like Science Direct, Scopus, SciFinder, Grammarly, CMIE databases, LexisNexis, Turnitin, etc. Now we made 2 rounds of recruitments of faculty members, and in the last round, which falls after the last convocation, we have hired 31 teachers, including 1 professor, 14 associate professors and 6 assistant professors. All have joined, and now faculty strength becomes 173. Vacant teaching positions have been advertised, and the selection process will commence soon. It is matter of great satisfaction that university has been accredited with A+ grade with 3.3 score out of 4-point scale by NAC in the second cycle of accreditation, and has secured 81st rank in NIRF in 2022 in the university category. Punjab University Chandigarh has conferred Punjab University Sahitya Ratan Award on our Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Jagbir Singh for his remarkable contribution to Punjabi literature. Vice Chancellor graced Nepal's prestigious Tribhuvan University 40th convocation as the chief guest and delivered convocation address in the auspicious presence of Honorable Prime Minister of Nepal. 8 faculty members of university featured in Stanford's top international 2% scientists in their respective field in the year 2022. Overall, 127 students got placement in different sectors. Union Minister of State for Culture and Parliamentary Affairs, Sri Arjun Ram Meghwal ji, released 5 books focused on Sri Guru Nanak Dev ji's authored, edited, translated research publications by faculty of Central University of Punjab. We organized a national seminar on Nasha Mukt Samaj Andolan Abhiyan Kausal Ka, socio-legal, psychological and other ways for the prevention of alcohol and drug addiction in India, wherein Honorable Minister of State for Housing and Urban Affairs, Sri Kaushal Kishore ji, graced the occasion as the chief guest and delivered the inaugural address. Pro Bono Club for Legal Literacy has been established. This is funded by Department of Justice, Ministry of Law and Justice. Legal Aid Center of University has been established. This center is acting as a bridge between the needy and interested stakeholders and the District Legal Services Authority. RTI Management System, the university has got A grade in RTI Transparency Audit during 21-22. Department of Computer Science and Technology got an approval of 3 PhD seats under Mr. Suraya PhD scheme. This is funded by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. 6 new MOOCs have been approved by University Grants Commission, whereas 3 MOOCs are being already offered. 2 patents have been granted and 16 have been filed. For managing day-to-day operations, the university is implementing e-governance, e-office automation system through Samas portal. Ms. Aruna Pal won silver medal in All India Rope Skipping Tournament 2022, which was organized by Association of Indian Universities. Under the Prime Minister's flagship program of Ek Bharat Shesh Bharat, the Yuva Sangam program was launched, which envisages to strengthen the cultural connect between youth of northeastern states and various states of India. A group of 30 students and 3 faculty members from Manipur University came for an exposure trip to Punjab from 7th to 11th March 2023, and likewise 50 students from different parts of Punjab travel to Manipur to see entire Manipur, see the culture and traditions of the beautiful state in the northeast during 23rd to 29th March 2023. Now, university has resorted to fully online admission mechanism. We are admitting students through Central University Entrance Test that is conducted by National Testing Agency New Delhi. We are constantly improving demand ratio for our various programs. And this year, demand ratio for our PG program was 1:12 and 1:6 for PhD programs. We are constantly improving the examination system of the university, and we are conducting surprise test, midterm test, end semester test, and final examinations with compulsory feedback from the students about the content and teaching, and based on the feedback, remedial measures are taken wherever necessary. We are continuing with in-house developed automated result processing and tabulation system that gives error-free results and error-free degrees, printing of individual DMCs and degrees with 13 advanced security features ensure 100% accuracy. The degrees that you will be receiving today are on a paper that is waterproof, fireproof, termite-proof, and tear-proof. Moreover, no one can duplicate it. Through the web portal, the results are intimated to the students without any delay. Now, university gives Chancellor's Award of Rs 500 for the best student, Vice Chancellor's Award of Rs 500 for each best student, and best PG girl student. We have non-teaching staff from 11 states here also for encouraging them based on various predefined quantifiable parameters. We have introduced Best Employee Award, Technical Administration and Supporting with cash prize of Rs 2,000 each. We take pride in also telling that we have a meritorious, qualified and committed faculty trained at reputed national international laboratories. Many of our faculty are trained in research abroad, in good labs or taught there. All our faculty, excepting 3 are PhD. Faculty also include DST, Inspire, UGC, FRP, and 2 chair professors. In order to encourage the faculty, the university has introduced, university is giving Best Teacher Award, Best Researcher Award, Central University Punjab Outstanding Research Award, and research seed money to faculty members who join the university so that they can start their research and later on they can plan for big projects from external funding agencies. We have excellent lab facilities for research with high-end equipments and state-of-the-art research infrastructure housed in central instrumentation facility to provide high-end research facilities to its faculty and students. The campus is fully Wi-Fi enabled. Library, university library is state-of-the-art equipped with RFID and fully automated. issue and return of library resources is online. A braille system has been set up for visually impaired students. Internal quality assurance cell of the university is proactive, collects various types of data for compilation and submission to NIRF and NAC, and also conducts research audits, the academic audits, administrative audits, and also takes feedback from the students. We have in place several committees like Internal Complaint Committee, Student Counseling Cell, Equal Opportunity Cell, and SC/ST Cell. We regularly organize several seminars, symposia, workshops, and special lectures by distinguished academicians of the country. We also conduct, blood donation camps, quiz competitions conducted by NSS. Engineering section is fully functional. Finance section is discharging its responsibilities to the best of their capabilities. Examination section also discharging duties timely. And we have launched Green Campus Initiative, where we are promoting use of bicycles. These bicycles are donated by the faculty members of the university. We have some battery operated vehicles also in the campus, and we have launched massive plantation drive in the university campus. We are also sensitive to community services, and NSS and other individuals are performing community services. They are going to the 5 adopted villages and carrying out various types of activities. Recently, we have also constituted consortiums of higher education of Bathinda for academic collaboration. We have 6 higher academic institutions in and around Bathinda, and we have formed a consortium for academic and research collaboration, and soon we will be launching joint degree programs in collaboration with these institutions. We need to ensure that we provide transparent, responsive, accountable, participatory, proactive, students and teacher-centric, error-free administration that has absolute respect for the law of the land. On this occasion, we commit ourselves for taking this university to the greater heights through holistic development of youth. We believe in the paradigm that the purpose of education is to create a knowledge society which not only help improve the human development index, but also becomes champion of the ideas of universal brotherhood, justice for all, and harmonious existence with the nature. My dear graduating students, this is not the end of the learning for you, as the name Dikshant signifies. You have to engage yourself in lifelong learning and update your domain knowledge. In fact, through this ceremony, we are handing over you to the society and the nation. You are now needed to apply the wisdom that you have gained from your gurus in this Gurukul for the welfare of the mankind and for taking forward our age-old tradition of living together with togetherness and living in harmony with Mother Nature. Dear graduates, you are lucky to have received education in this sacred land, which treasures the ocean of knowledge created by the 10 Guru Sahibans for the welfare of humanity, and also the land where 3 great sons of India, Sardar Bhagat Singh, Rajguru and Sukhdev, made supreme sacrifice for freedom of the nation. Bathinda, where you are trained, is also called Guru Ki Kasi. Always remember the sacrifices made by the entire family of Dasme Pita Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji for the unity and integrity of the nation, and Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji's proclamation of "With your hands carve out your own destiny and derive inspirations for conducting yourself in life." I am confident that with the blessings of our Honorable Chancellor Professor Jagbir Singh Ji and selfless and unending support and cooperation from the faculty, officers, staffs and students, we will succeed in creating a mark at the international level in the area of higher learning. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Central University of Punjab, Gudda.
I request all the graduates to please rise from their seats and keep standing for exhortation from the Honorable Vice Chancellor. Honorable Vice Chancellor, I request you to present exhortation to the graduates.
Dear graduates, I am privileged to present the following exhortation on this occasion and wish you good luck. Dear graduates, move into the future with eager and open hearts. Use the knowledge and intellectual enrichments gained here for the good of humankind and nature. Use knowledge to uphold the honor and dignity of your country and of your alma mater. Believe in the goodness of the life along with the scientific temper, humanism, spirit of inquiry and reform during challenges and difficulties. May you ever grow humble and wise and strive for excellence in all spheres of individual and collective domain of life. Good luck. Please resume your seats.
The graduates, please rise from your seats to take pledge administered by Dean in Charge Academics. Dean in Charge Academics, please.
Graduates, please keep your left hand on the chest and right one stretched in front and repeat after me. I shall make every effort in all circumstances to be honest and diligent in the discharge of my duties, to uphold the dignity of my profession and integrity of character. I shall use the knowledge gained here to uphold the pride and honor of my country and alma mater.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, please initiate the proceeding of the convocation.
Let the candidates for the award of degrees be presented by the deans of the respective school of studies.
May I request Honorable Vice Chancellor to confer the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy. I request Professor Ramakrishna Vuzirka, Dean in Charge Academics, to present the candidates for the award of Doctor of Philosophy degrees.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present to you 26 candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in various programs, to which degree I pray they may be admitted. Biosciences, Rashmi Saini, Arindam Adhikari, Renu Yadav, Pushpendu Kundu. Biochemistry and Microbial Sciences, Sukhchen Kaur, Priyanka Singh, Vilayat Ali. Biosciences, Kemchand Saini, Wahidul Rahman, Amandeep Singh. Chemical Sciences, Mansi Garg, Samrit, Harjinder Singh. Education, Igona Gorakhnath, Kanwaljit Kaur, Sham Sundar, Pravat Kumar Sahu. Environmental Science and Technology, Sheetal Dubey and Gindi Rani. Mathematics and Statistics, Ankit and Divya Jyoti. Human Genetics and Molecular Medicine, Divya Jyoti. Economic Studies, Shiva Shankar Patayat. Pharmaceutical Sciences and Natural Products, Ashish Ranjan Dwivedi. South and Central Asian Studies, Devinder Pal Singh, and Economic Studies, Mamandeep Kaur.
May I request the Honorable Vice Chancellor to confer the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Biosciences, Biochemistry and Microbial Sciences, Chemical Sciences, Education, Environmental Science and Technology, Mathematics and Statistics, Human Genetics and Molecular Medicine, Economic Studies, Pharmaceutical Sciences and Natural Products, and South and Central Asian Studies respectively, and authorize you to wear the robes ordained as the insignia of this degree, and charge you to prove worthy of the same.
Now, I request Professor Ramakrishna Vazirka, Dean School of Basic Sciences, to present the candidates for the award of degrees of School of Basic Sciences.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present to you 175 candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the degree in School of Basic Sciences, to which degree I pray they may be admitted. 15 candidates in MSc Chemistry, 14 candidates in MSc Chemistry, specialization in Applied Chemistry, 19 candidates in MSc Physics, 11 candidates in MSc Chemistry, Theoretical and Computational Chemistry, 7 candidates in MSc Food Science and Technology, 22 candidates in MSc Zoology, 17 candidates in MSc Biochemistry, 5 candidates in MSc Bioinformatics, 6 candidates in MSc Microbiology, 17 candidates in MSc Botany, 18 candidates in MSc Mathematics, 3 candidates in MSc Physics, Computational Physics, 7 candidates in MSc Statistics, and 14 candidates in MBA Agribusiness.
May I request Honorable Vice Chancellor to admit the candidates to the degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degree of Master of Science in Chemistry, Chemistry specialization in Applied Chemistry, Chemistry specialization in Theoretical and Computational Chemistry, Physics, Physics specialization in Computational Physics, Food Science and Technology, Zoology, Biochemistry, Bioinformatics, Microbiology, Botany, Mathematics, Statistics, and MBA Agribusiness, respectively, and authorize you to wear the robes ordained as the insignia of this degree, and charge you to prove worthy of the same.
I request Professor Pabitra Kumar Mishra, Dean School of Social Sciences, to present the candidates for the award of degrees of School of Social Sciences.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present to you 52 candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the degree in the School of Social Sciences, to which degree I pray they may be admitted. 17 candidates in Economics, 10 candidates in MA History, 10 candidates in MA Psychology, 15 candidates in MA Sociology.
May I request Honorable Vice Chancellor to admit the candidates to the degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degree of Master of Arts in Economics, History, Psychology, and Sociology respectively, and authorize you to wear the robes ordained as the insignia of this degree, and charge you to prove worthy of the same.
I request Professor Amandeep Kaur, Dean School of Engineering and Technology and School of Information and Communication Studies, to present the candidates for the award of degrees of School of Engineering and Technology and School of Information and Communication Studies.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present to you eight candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the degree in School of Engineering and Technology, to which degree I pray they may be admitted. 4 candidates in MTech Computer Science and Technology, 4 candidates in MTech Computer Science and Technology Cyber Security. Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present to you 23 candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the degree in School of Information and Communication Studies, to which degree I pray they may be admitted. 13 candidates in MA Journalism and Mass Communication, 10 candidates in Masters of Library and Information Sciences.
May I request Honorable Vice Chancellor to admit the candidates to the degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degree of Master of Technology in Computer Science and Technology, Computer Science and Technology Specialization Cyber Security, Master of Arts in Journalism and Mass Communication, and Master of Library and Information Sciences, respectively, and authorize you to wear the robes ordained as the insignia of this degree and charge you to prove worthy of the same.
I request Professor Tarun Arora, Dean School of Legal Studies, to present the candidates for the award of degrees of School of Legal Studies.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present to you 14 candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the degree in School of Legal Studies, to which degree I pray they may be admitted. 14 candidates in Master of Laws.
May I request Honorable Vice Chancellor to admit the candidates to the degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degree of Master of Laws and authorize you to wear the robes ordained as the insignia of this degree and charge you to prove worthy of the same.
I request Professor Rajkumar, Dean School of Health Sciences, to present the candidates for the award of degrees of School of Health Sciences.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present to you 61 candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the degree in School of Health Sciences, to which degree I pray they may be admitted. 5 candidates in MSc Chemical Sciences, specialization in medicinal chemistry. 11 candidates in MSc Human Genetics, 10 candidates in MSc Molecular Medicine, 12 candidates in M.Pharm Pharmaceutical Chemistry, 8 candidates in M.Pharm Pharmacognosy, and 15 candidates in M.Pharm Pharmacology.
May I request Honorable Vice Chancellor to admit the candidates to the degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degree of Master of Science in Chemical Sciences, Medicinal Chemistry, Human Genetics, Molecular Medicine, Master of Pharmacy and in Pharmaceutical Chemistry, Pharmacognosy and Pharmacology, respectively, and authorize you to wear the robes ordained as the insignia of this degree and charge you to prove worthy of the same.
I request Professor Jameer Parkol Sandhu Bajwa, Dean School of Languages, Literature and Culture, to present the candidates for the award of degree of School of Language, Literature and Culture.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present to you 38 candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the degree in the School of Languages, Literature and Culture, to which degree I pray they may be admitted. 23 candidates in MA English, 9 candidates in MA Hindi, 5 candidates in MA Punjabi, 1 candidate in Masters of Performing Arts Theatre.
May I request Honorable Vice Chancellor to admit the candidates to the degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degree of Master of Arts in English, Hindi, Punjabi, and Master of Performing Arts in Theatre, respectively, and authorize you to wear the robes ordained as the insignia of this degree and charge you to prove worthy of the same.
I request Dr. Sunil Mittal, Dean School of Environment and Earth Sciences, to present the candidates for the award of degrees of the School of Environment and Earth Sciences.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present to you 54 candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the degree in School of Environment and Earth Sciences, to which degree I pray they may be admitted. 13 candidates in MSc Geology, 19 candidates in MSc Environment Science and Technology, 5 candidates in MSc Geography, 17 candidates in MA Geography.
May I request Honorable Vice Chancellor to admit the candidates to the degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degree of Master of Science in Geology, Environmental Science and Technology, Geography and Master of Arts in Geography respectively, and authorize you to wear the robes ordained as the insignia of this degree and charge you to prove worthy of the same.
I request Dr. Baba Singh, School of International Studies, to present the candidates for the award of degrees of School of International Studies.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present to you 9 candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the degree in School of International Studies, to which degree I pray they may be admitted. 9 candidates in Political Science.
May I request Honorable Vice Chancellor to admit the candidates to the degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degree of Master of Science in Political Science and authorize you to wear the robes ordained as the insignia of this degree and charge you to prove worthy of the same.
I request Dr. Anand Thakur, Dean School of Management, to present the candidates for the award of degrees of School of Management.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present to you 19 candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the degree in School of Management, to which degree I pray they may be admitted. 19 candidates in Master of Commerce.
May I request Honorable Vice Chancellor to admit the candidates to the degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degree of Master of Commerce and authorize you to wear the robes ordained as the insignia of this degree and charge you to prove worthy of the same.
I request Dr. Shankar Lal Bika, Dean School of Education, to present the candidates for the award of degrees of School of Education.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, I present to you 20 candidates who have successfully completed the requirement for the degree in School of Education, to which degree I pray they may be admitted. 9 candidates in MA Education, 10 candidates in Master of Education, 1 candidate in Master of Physical Education and Sports.
May I request Honorable Vice Chancellor to admit the candidates to the degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degree of Arts in Education, Master of Education and Master of Physical Education and Sports, and respectively, and authorize you to wear the robes ordained as the insignia of this university, this degree, and charge you to prove worthy of the same.
I request Dean in Charge Academics to present the candidates for the degrees in absentia.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, 393 candidates have successfully completed the requirements for the degree of PhD, MSc, MPharm, MTech, M Library Science, MEd, MPS, MCom, LLM, MBA, MPA and MA, to which degree I pray they may be admitted in absentia upon receipt of their pledge.
Security personnel. काला काला
एम्बुलेंस बुलाई, एम्बुलेंस
एम्बुलेंस एम्बुलेंस को फोन करो।
एम्बुलेंस बुलाई जल्दी से। गर्मी बहुत है, बहुत सारे लोग वहां न जाएं। हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी डॉक्टर को बुलाइए जल्दी से। यूनिवर्सिटी डॉक्टर तो वो
डॉक्टर दोनों डॉक्टर ठीक है। एक्सियम में इशारा कर दिया।
क्या था?
बच्चा गिरा कोई, ऊपर से कोई चीज गिरी है नीचे से।
ऊपर से गिरा कोई? हाँ
कहता कंटिन्यू।
हाँ चलिए जल्दी करिए। प्लीज resume your seats please.
May I request Honorable Vice Chancellor to admit the candidates for the award of degrees in absentia.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of this university, I admit 393 candidates in absentia to the degree of PhD, MSc, M.Pharm, M.Tech, M.Lib Science, M.Ed, M.P.E.S, M.Com, LLM, MBA, MPA and MA.
Now I request Honorable Vice Chancellor for the signatures of the records of the degrees conferred. Honorable Chancellor, I seek permission to present 32 medalists to receive the gold medals on being the toppers of their respective academic programs and 2 medalists to receive Sitaram Jindal Foundation sponsored gold medal. Honorable Chancellor, I present to you 32 candidates to receive the gold medals on being the toppers of their respective academic programs. Saima Sadiq, Gitanjali Mahapatra, Anvesha Nanda, Aero Shrita Arpita, कुमारी शालिनी हिंदी, मनदीप सिंह पंजाबी, अभिबंधन गुरु सोशियोलॉजी, रूपिका चौधरी एग्री बिजनेस, अभिमन्यु साहू कॉमर्स, Sagi Himanju, Education. Sharth Sundar M, Library and Information Science. Aswathi Raj V, Pharmacology. Sandeep Kaur, Physical Education and Sports. Neha, Pharmaceutical Chemistry. Shikha Agarwal, Pharmacognosy. Now I request Chief Guest Professor P. Balaram to give the gold medals to the next recipients. Professor P. Balaram. Yes. क्या नाम? आपका नाम? अभी 15 जाने देंगे ना. क्या नाम? चलिए. यशु गुप्ता, Palomi Pal, Chemical Sciences and Medicinal Chemistry. Devika S. Paniskar, Geology. Vidhi Sharma, Environmental Science and Technology. Soumya Shri Das Adhikari, Physics. Parul Goyal, Chemistry, Specialization in Theoretical and Computational Chemistry. Akashdeep Shukla, Food Science and Technology. Abhishek Kumar Maurya, Tanya Shri, Human Genetics. Soumi Mukherjee, Molecular Medicine. Ishta Gulati, Microbiology. Swasti Mohapatra, MSc Botany. Now, I request special guest Professor Dr. Tankeshwar Kumar, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Central University of Haryana, to give the gold medals to the next recipients. Satya Savroop, MSc Mathematics. Mohit Lamba, MSc Statistics. Arash Kumar, MTech Computer Science and Technology. Angana Das, MTech Computer Science and Technology, Cyber Security. Athira Lakshmi S, Journalism and Mass Communication. क्या नाम? क्या नाम? Honorable Chancellor, I present to you two candidates to receive the gold medals sponsored by Sitaram Jindal Foundation on being the toppers of their respective academic programs. Now, I request Professor V.K. Garg, Dean Student Welfare, to give the gold medals sponsored by Sitaram Jindal Foundation. Neha, Pharmaceutical Chemistry. Angana Das, MTech Specialization in Cyber Security. Now, I request Professor Anjana Munshi, Director Research and Development, to give the award sponsored by Bhatnagar Education and Service Trust. Honorable Chancellor, I present to you one candidate to receive the R.P. Bhamba Award sponsored by Bhatnagar Education and Service Trust on being the topper of the Department of Mathematics and Statistics. Mohit Lamba, Statistics. This award carries a certificate along with cash prize of rupees 5,000. Now I request Honorable Chancellor for the signatures of the gold medals record. I request the Honorable Vice Chancellor to introduce the Chief Guest and request him to deliver the convocation address.
So dear friends, it's my prime privilege to introduce briefly the chief guest for today's 8th convocation of Central University of Punjab. Most of the faculty members, we have heard his name, and some student research scholars might have also referred to his research findings in various journals. Professor Padmanabhan Balaram, he obtained his BSc in 1967 from Pune University, Master of Science in 1969 from IIT Kanpur, and doctoral degree in 1972 in chemistry from Carnegie Mellon University, USA. He was a research associate at Harvard University during 1972 to 73. He served on the faculty of Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore from 1973 to 2014. He was Director of Institute from 2005 to 2014. He has been associated with National Center for Biological Sciences, Bangalore since 2017. He has contributed extensively to the areas of molecular biophysics and chemical biology. He was the editor of Current Science from 1995 to 2013, during which he authored over 300 editorials on diverse subjects related to science and scientists. He is Fellow of Indian Academy of Sciences, FASC, Fellow of Academy of Sciences, FNASC, Fellow of Third World Academy of Sciences. He is also the recipient of several medals and honors, including Padma Shri in 2002 and Padma Bhushan in 2014. He is the recipient of R. Bruce Merrifield Award in 2021, and this is conferred by American Peptide Society. It is really, we are lucky to have a scientist of his repute in our midst today in this very important academic program of Central University of Punjab, and listen to him on his views in higher education, the purpose of education, and the purpose of doing science. Sir, I most humbly invite you to deliver your convocation address, sir.
Namaskar to all of you. It's a great privilege for me to come to Punjab and also to be able to say Sat Sri Akal. Honorable Chancellor of the Central University of Punjab, Professor Jagbir Singh, Vice Chancellor Professor Raghavendra Tiwari, Professor Tankeshwar Kumar, Vice Chancellor, Central University of Haryana, members of the statutory bodies of the university, faculty, staff, and most importantly, the graduating students and their families. I'm privileged to be with you at this 8th convocation, where many of you will graduate and be ready for the next phase of your careers. Yours is a relatively young institution, established under the Central Universities Act of 2009. I have, on the other hand, spent my career in an institution that is 114 years old, the Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore. This institution was established in 1909, 2 years before the Grand Darbar in Delhi, which marked the high noon of the British Empire. The Indian Institute of Science has evolved over a turbulent century and remains today as one of India's foremost academic institutions. On the contrary, many of India's famous universities, which reached heights of academic excellence in the 1960s, notably at Kolkata, Madras, and Delhi, no longer have the aura of scholarship that characterizes great centers of learning. We must understand and recognize the factors that have inhibited our old universities if we are to succeed in growing new ones. When invited by Professor Tiwari to join all of you on this important day, I wondered what I should say. I have been a scientist all my life, cloistered in the laboratories of the Indian Institute of Science. I still spend my time with scientists at the National Center for Biological Sciences and teach whenever I can. The Chancellor is a scholar of Punjabi literature. The Vice Chancellor is an earth scientist, a geologist, and Professor Kumar is a physicist. Thus, on the dais, science holds the majority. I am therefore emboldened to make some remarks on science at a time when interest in science courses in our colleges and universities is dwindling. Most students who have not joined engineering or medical courses are attracted to commerce and management courses. In 2006, 3 years before the Central Universities Act, recognizing the importance of embedding undergraduate science education in an environment that fostered research, the Government of India established the Indian Institutes of Science, Education and Research, ISERs. This was at a time when the science courses in our colleges were proving to be of limited attraction to the best of our students. Why was this initiative taken? Why is science important? What I want you to do is to remember that the scientific advances of the last 2 centuries are what has driven the modern technological revolution. I'm also aware, as you undoubtedly are, that the last 3 years have seen an upsurge in the public awareness of science, driven by the coronavirus and the COVID-19 pandemic. RT-PCR, rapid antigen tests, aerosol transmission, mRNA vaccines, and mathematical modeling are terms that are now commonly used in discussions between those unaware of the language of science. Now, of course, as the coronavirus recedes, we will soon forget all these terms, but you must remember that we did talk about this in 2020, 2021, and 2022. Remember also that a microscopic particle, 90 nanometers in diameter, the SARS-CoV-2 virus, has brought the world to its knees for over 2 years. I want to reflect now. 56 years ago, when I graduated from the Ferguson College in Pune and went out into the world with a BSc degree, it was indeed a different world. 37 years ago, when I reached the high point of any academic career, which is admission to the professorial rank, the world around me was still largely as it was in the 1960s. But in the interregnum, between the time I graduated and the time I became a professor, unknown to me, major revolutions were underway in science and technology. These upheavals spanned a range of disciplines: genome sequencing and genetic engineering in biology, the explosion of computer technologies, and the communication revolution. The internet, Google, and the cell phone have transformed forever the way we live our lives. These technological advances rested on fundamental breakthroughs in physics, chemistry, biology, material science, mathematics, and computer science, often the result of decades of painstaking research. Rarely were they the result of that blinding flash of insight that often makes science look glamorous and romantic from the outside. You think of gene sequencing technologies, reflect on the lithium battery so central to our lives. Without the lithium battery, there is no cell phone. Or the electronic processors that drive all our devices and many more. And you will realize that science and technology are inseparable. Even the seeds of Google's PageRank algorithm can be found in the scientific literature of the 1950s, when Eugene Garfield laid the foundations for the web of science, ushering in the age of scientometrics with his famous paper, Citation Indexes for Science, a New Dimension in Documentation Through Association of Ideas. This paper appeared in the journal Science in the year 1955. Today I was struck by the fact that in the Vice-Chancellor's report, a great deal of scientometric data was quoted, edge indices of institutions, citations for institutions, all of these have been mentioned. These are now common words in academic discourse. In fact, sadly, and this is not in my text, the National Institutional Ranking Framework is based on a very poor understanding of what the metrics of science really mean. Investments in basic research over long periods of time are best made with public funds. It is therefore important that governments across the world take the long view of science, an approach that is indeed difficult in times of floundering economies. Captains of industry, driven by the imperatives of corporate progress, will generally be cautious in investing in basic research. Even private philanthropists in India would be disinclined to support an activity whose benefits are not immediately apparent. Many times when I speak, I have been asked a question, what is science? I have responded that science is the study of nature. I am then asked another question, what is nature? The best answer that I found was in the editorial in the very first volume of the journal Nature that appeared in 1869. The famous biologist Thomas Huxley was invited to write the editorial, heralding the appearance of a new science journal. Remember, this is 1869. Huxley did not write the editorial. Instead, he translated from an essay in German, written in the mid-18th century by the German poet von Goethe. In the poet's words, nature, we are surrounded and embraced by her, powerless to penetrate beyond her and powerless to separate ourselves from her. It is therefore not surprising that the two most influential journals in science are called Nature and Science. Think of the subjects that you have studied in school. Physics and biology are with you all the time. You move, you understand Newton's laws of motion. You are a part of biology. So when your biology fails, you're aware of it. But remember that nothing in the world around you, including yourselves, is divorced from chemistry. And of mathematics, I can do no better than remind you that Galileo once remarked that mathematics is the language in which God wrote the universe. Paraphrasing Galileo, I might add that chemistry is the language in which nature wrote the book of life. The biochemist Arthur Kornberg aptly described chemistry as the lingua franca of the medical and biological sciences. Science requires tools, and we sometimes underestimate the role of technology in driving science. The theoretical physicist Freeman Dyson once noted that science is often driven by new technologies rather than new concepts. I must remind you, in the 17th century, there were two inventions, the telescope and the microscope, which forever changed the way we view the world. Until then, we had only one means of observation, that is, what we are gifted by nature, that is our eyes alone. We were limited. When Galileo pointed the telescope skywards, he opened the field of cosmology. Until then, restricted by human vision. When Leeuwenhoek examined water under his microscope, he discovered living organisms too small to be seen with the naked eye. He had uncovered the vast science of microbiology, a field which has really impacted the public consciousness during the years of the pandemic. Tools are also discovered when fundamental research allows scientists to make observations that have far-reaching conclusions and applications. Pasteur's classical resolution of tartaric acid opened the field of stereochemistry with its wide-ranging impact in biochemistry. Fleming's serendipitous discovery of penicillin is another oft-cited example which ushered in the age of antibiotics. But in the 20th century, I want to give you two examples. Separated by a span of 7 decades, two discoveries revolutionized medicine, making diagnostic radiology absolutely indispensable for clinical practice. Both came from physics. The first was Röntgen's discovery of X-rays at the dawn of the century. You could now image bone in the human body. The second was Lauterber's imaging of 2 tubes of water in the 1970s using nuclear magnetic resonance in inhomogeneous magnetic fields. This was the birth of magnetic resonance imaging. Can there be better examples to argue the case for basic science? But for those amongst us who ceaselessly marvel at the wonders of nature, have always asked a question. Where did everything that we see around us, where did it come from? This leads us to questions that cannot always be answered. Questions on the origins of life, questions on the origins of the universe, and on the origins of life on earth. Remember that all the natural elements in Mendeleev's periodic table were the Earth's inheritance when it was born. Nucleosynthesis, which creates elements, is the prerogative of the stars, our sun amongst them. I must introduce you to a book, and this book is called The Ascent of Man. And I
will say here that in his magisterial survey of the ascent of man, Jacob Bronowski describes the formation of carbon, so essential for life, and I quote, he says, in all the stars, there are going on processes which build up the atoms, one by one into more complex structure. Matter itself evolves. The word comes from Darwin and biology, but it is the word that has changed physics in my lifetime. Bronowski goes on to reflect on the formation of carbon. But before I tell you that, remember this one word, evolve, because we all evolve. We evolve in other ways, but we evolve. Bronowski goes on to reflect on the formation of carbon. He says the formation of carbon happens when 3 helium nuclei collide for 1/1,000,000th of a second, 10 to the minus 12 of a second. Every carbon atom in every living creature, which includes all of us, is the result of such a wildly improbable collision. Is there anything better than to wonder about science? Life and biology are indeed improbable, a chance event in our solar system's evolutionary history. After centuries of science, can one list its most important achievements? As freshly minted graduates, and most of you I noticed are science graduates, and faculty tempered by experience, you might well try. But I will tell you what I think is the most important, and I don't think I learned this. I learned this by looking at Richard Feynman's introductory lectures on physics. Richard Feynman, in his introductory lecture in his now immortal course on undergraduate physics at Caltech, asks, if in some cataclysm all of scientific knowledge were to be destroyed and only one sentence passed on to the next generation of creatures, what sentence would contain the most information in the fewest words? He answers his question. I believe it is the atomic hypothesis or the atomic fact that all things are made of atoms, little particles that move around. This really is the starting point for understanding physics, chemistry, biology, the earth sciences, everything that we have. Ironically, the cataclysm that must have occupied Feynman's thoughts in the 1950s and 60s would have been the threat of nuclear war. Sadly, that prospect has again emerged. When you look at the war in Ukraine and the frequent statements of the Russian president, you can see that nuclear threats are becoming even more common nowadays. In the world of geopolitics, there is little time to wonder about the fragile thread by which life on Earth hangs and the importance of preserving the natural world, which of course includes the human species, even as unsustainable consumption and development threatens the natural order. In 1999-2000, new century, new millennium was born. The journal Nature commissioned a series of essays where established commentators put forth their views on what was the most important scientific advance of the 20th century. One essay that I read then has stayed in my mind. The Canadian environmental scientist Václav Smil argued that the most important scientific advance of the 20th century was the Haber-Bosch industrial synthesis of ammonia. Many of you would have studied and probably hated in your school science the Haber-Bosch process for converting gaseous nitrogen and hydrogen under high temperature and pressure in the presence of a catalyst to yield ammonia. You might ask, why is this important? It is important because it leads to the synthesis of urea, the fertilizer which drove the first agricultural revolution of the 20th century. When I stand in Punjab, you always think of the second agricultural revolution, but the first agricultural revolution of the 20th century, which drove famines away from India, was really the introduction of fertilizer, urea. Millions of lives which would have other been lost to famines were then saved. Agriculture was transformed by chemistry. The second agricultural revolution of the 20th century, which happened right here in the fields around you, was driven by biology when the hybrid varieties were brought to India and then cultivated by the farmers in Punjab. The world that you will now encounter faces two threats, both imminent. The first is the specter of food scarcity. Food security measures are crumbling in many countries as a consequence of the ongoing war in Ukraine. We do not think very much of the countries which are crumbling in Africa, for example. The second is the old Cold War bogey of a nuclear exchange. These threats promise to unsettle the global order, thereby denying human populations the benefits accrued by centuries of scientific advance. In his book Sapiens, the Israeli historian Yuval Harari traces the evolution of humankind. He asks an interesting question, which I paraphrase. When in the course of human evolution does human behavior begin to discard biological imperatives that dominate animal behavior and become increasingly influenced by recent history? What are the biological imperatives that dominate animal behavior? The need to eat, the need to survive, and the need to reproduce. Nothing more. In Harari's words, the cognitive revolution is accordingly the point when history declared its independence from biology. The immense diversity of imagined realities that sapiens invented and the resulting diversity of behavior pattern are the main components of what we call culture. Once cultures appeared, they never cease to change and develop, and these unstoppable alterations are what we call history. From the cognitive revolution onwards, historical narratives replace biological theories as our primary means of explaining the development of Homo sapiens or human beings. To understand the rise of Christianity or the French Revolution, or to understand the rise of Hinduism or of Islam, it is not enough to comprehend the interaction of genes, hormones, and organisms. It is necessary to take into account the interaction of ideas, images, and fantasies as well. Comparative genomics tells us that human beings are a minor branch in the tree of life, budding from the broader branch of eukarya. Life on earth is dominated by the microbial branches of bacteria and archaea. Our closest neighbors in the biological tree of life are chimpanzees, rats, mice, pigs, horses, cattle, sheep, and dogs. There is a certain comforting unity in biology. Yet, human history, driven by civilizational influences, apparently civilizational influences, and the evolution of culture appears to be sadly divisive. The coronavirus has breached all political, religious, today is the way it is. Science is a deeply humbling subject, and every day we are reminded of our imperfect understanding of even the subjects of our daily research. It is this humility, often absent among politicians and leaders, that is important in any sphere of human activity. Learning is a continuous and never-ending process. Lastly, there are two qualities that will stand you in good stead in whatever you wish to do: resilience and imagination. In research and indeed in many other walks of life, failure is more common than success. Overcoming the fear of failure is the first step towards success. Let your imagination take you forward. It has been a privilege to address you, and may I wish all of you the very best in the years to come. Thank you.
I request Professor Anjana Munshi, Director Research and Development, to introduce the Honorable Chancellor and request him to give his blessings to the graduates.
Dignitaries on the dais, dear colleagues, students, and ladies and gentlemen. It's really a privilege for me to introduce our Honorable Chancellor, Professor Jagbir Singh Ji. Before, he served at many other places. He has served as former head Department of Punjabi, University of Delhi. He was also visiting professor, Center on Studies in Guru Granth Sahib, Amritsar, former adjunct professor, Department of Religious and Civilizational Studies, SGGS, World University, Fatehgarh Sahib, Punjab. He is a life fellow of Punjabi University, Patiala. Professor Jagbir Singh Ji's areas of specializations include Gurbani, folklore, fiction, literary theory, religious and civilizational studies. He has more than 50 years of teaching experience. He has been conferred with many awards and prizes. Some of them to mention here: Shiromani Punjabi Sahityakar Award, Param Sahit Satkar Sanman, Guru Nanak Dev Achievers Award. He has also been associated with various institutions and their projects like Encyclopedia of Indian Literature, History of Punjabi Literature, Encyclopedia of Indian Poetics, and others. He has published 20 books. I'll just name a couple of them: Guru Nanak Bani, which Naitikta da Sankalp, Bani Sansar, Punjabi Sahitya da Itihas, Shabd te Samvad. And he has also been involved in many translations like Khalsa Itihas te Vichardhara, Seva Sadan. He has been a resource person at many, as an invitee at many conferences, and has delivered more than 100 lectures and attended more than 150 conferences. With this small introduction, I request our Honorable Chancellor to kindly come and bless the graduates.
सभी को मेरा नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल। माननीय वाइस चांसलर प्रोफेसर राघवेंद्र प्रसाद तिवारी जी, आदरणीय मुख्य अतिथि पद्म भूषण प्रोफेसर पी बलराम जी, आदरणीय विशेष अतिथि प्रोफेसर तनकेश्वर कुमार जी, यूनिवर्सिटी परिवार के मेरे सभी साथियों, प्यारे ग्रेजुएट्स एंड गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट, आप सभी का 8वीं कॉन्वोकेशन में स्वागत है। मैं सिर्फ ग्रेजुएट्स के लिए कुछ बात कहने के, अपनी भावनाएं व्यक्त करने के लिए आपके सामने हूँ। तो मैं ज्ञान और विज्ञान के विभिन्न अनुशासनों में आपने जो अपनी प्रतिभा से, अपनी मेहनत के साथ जो डिग्रियां हासिल की हैं और जो मेडल हासिल किए हैं, उन सभी के लिए आपको बहुत मुबारक। और मैं बहुत प्रसन्न हूं कि ये हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी का परिवार फैलता जा रहा है। आज हमें उस छोटी बिल्डिंग से बाहर आकर आज यहाँ आना पड़ा और अच्छा लग रहा है मुझे। मैं एक दो बातें आपको कहूँगा। मेरी शुभकामनाएं और आशीष तो आपके साथ हैं ही, लेकिन मैं क्योंकि सिविलाइजेशन स्टडी का अध्यापक रहा हूँ, ज्ञान और विज्ञान के ऊपर जो सीमा है, हमारे ऋषियों ने और हमारे गुरुओं ने जो विद्या को जिस तरीके से कंसेप्चुअलाइज किया है, मैं दो सूत्र आपके विचार के लिए, आपके आचरण और व्यवहार के लिए वो आपके सामने रखना चाहता हूँ। वो एक तो विष्णु पुराण का एक बहुत ही प्रसिद्ध सूत्र है कि सा विद्या या विमुक्तये, कि विद्या वह है जो हमें विमुक्त करती है। और उसके साथ ही एक खूबसूरत बात उन्होंने ये भी किया है कि तत्कर्म यत न बंधाए, कि कर्म वह है जो हमें बंधन में नहीं डालता। तो गुरु नानक देव जी इसी बात को अपनी भाषा में ऐसे कहते हैं कि विद्या विचारी ता परोपकारी। दोनों विद्या का जो डेफिनेशन है, परिभाषा है, एक बात इसमें साझी है कि हमारी सभ्यता में विद्या जो है वो अपने आप से ऊपर उठने का नाम है, अपनी ईगो से ऊपर परोपकार करने का नाम है, विमुक्त होने का नाम है। इस बात को आप याद रखें। इस यूनिवर्सिटी के कुलाधिपति के रूप में मैं आपसे एक निवेदन करना चाहता हूं कि आप अपने व्यवहार में, आचार में और अपने जीवन में शीलता, विनम्रता और संयम का परिचय दें। इससे बड़ी बात और कोई नहीं है। बहुत धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Honorable Vice Chancellor to request worthy Chancellor to declare the convocation closed.
I declare. I declare 8th convocation of the Central University of Punjab closed.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, please felicitate the chief guest. ਉੱਥੇ ਰੱਖਣਗੇ ਨਾ। Honorable Vice Chancellor, please felicitate the Chancellor. Honorable Vice Chancellor, please felicitate the special guest. Now it is time to propose the vote of thanks on the behalf of the university. Good afternoon and congratulations on successful completion of the 8th convocation of the university. I, on the behalf of the Central University of Punjab, would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the esteemed chief guest, Padam Bhushan Professor P. Balaram, FNA, FNASC, FTWS, former Director, Indian Institute of Science, Emeritus Professor, Molecular Biophysics Unit, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, for taking out time from his busy schedule to join us on this day. Your learned views expressed through convocation address are really invaluable for all of us. Sir, I hope the young faculty and the student will work on these concepts. I am equally thankful to our special guest, Professor Tankeshwar Kumar, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Central University of Haryana, for accepting our invitation and gracing the occasion. We are thankful to our worthy Chancellor, Professor Jagbir Singh Ji, for presiding over this event. Your presence to bless the fresh graduates of the university is a moment they will cherish throughout their lives. Your words of wisdom and your astute guidance is the cornerstone of the progress and growth of our university. We are grateful to the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor R.P. Tiwari Ji, for leading us from the front. Sir, the university report presented by you clearly depicts the growth and development we have achieved under your guidance. You have always encouraged the university fraternity to move forward and rise higher and higher under your able leadership, and wish you with your continuous and constant support. A huge thanks to the dignitaries on the dais, members of our statutory bodies, deans of different schools, head of the departments, and faculty members. Your supervision and support have actually brought out this event that we are celebrating today. I am grateful to my colleagues, the faculty members of the university. You together have successfully made this day possible. Your supervision and support, both through offline and online education in the difficult times of the pandemic, brought out these beaming graduates whose success we are celebrating today. Really, you are an integral part of their success. Congratulations from all of us to our fresh degree holders, both doctoral and masters, who with their hard work and dedication reached this beautiful culmination of their education in this university. I wish them success for their future endeavors. Thanks and congratulations also to their proud parents and family members who supported the students during online education in the pandemic. The function would not have been successful without the hard work of our various committees that planned and executed this event from scratch. Your planning and untired effort culminated in today's successful execution of the 8th convocation. Thanks to the support staff who worked in tandem with these committees to make everything a piece of cake, right from the decor, cleanliness, hospitality, transport, and stay. Very special thanks to the representatives of the media, both print and electronic, who spared valuable time in their busy schedule and became a part of the event for its wide media coverage. A special thanks also goes to the staff of the examination branch who worked in the unison for all the groundwork required for reaching this day. Thanks to each and every one of you who directly or indirectly contributed to maintaining the dignity of this sacred event. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. All are invited for high tea in the lawn after academic procession leaves the hall. Now, I request to please stand for the national anthem.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे